Hello, fellow humans. It is I, and welcome to a little show we like to call Anarchist Hate Speech. I mean, next week now. Our program tonight will be informative, a little bit shocking, and just the right amount of sex appeal to keep the ratings up. What fun. We've got a lot of ground to cover this week, so let's dive into next week's news now. Election Day was earlier this month, and it was a heartbreaker for all the college students across Texas as Democratic candidate Beto O'Rourke lost out to incumbent Ted Cruz. But we aren't here to talk about last month. We're here to talk about next week. Now, we at the show have sources who confirmed the beginnings of a rebel stronghold right here in Austin, centered around the local Taco Bell Cantina on Guadalupe. Directly after his concession, Beto O'Rourke fled straight to the only Taco Bell you can drink at and will soon begin to rebuild his base from the ground up. The reasons for this are plentiful. The Taco Bell Cantina is an ideal military stronghold due to its proximity to the castle. I mean the Capitol building. The human resources are also unlike any other, as only the strongest and most terrifying of our population regularly flock to the Taco Bell Cantina. And finally, there are a variety of alcoholic slushies that can be used as both fuel for the O'Rourke Rebellion and ammo against oncoming Republicans. But the O'Rourke may have lost Texas, but he will win the Taco Bell Cantina. Their forces will grow stronger through the help of several key players at the Taco Bell Cantina. O'Rourke's most loyal general and his right-hand man will be the old homeless guy who beats off into the men's bathroom sink every Tuesday night. Though he may seem like an underdog, the heroin needle he keeps in his sleeve packs a mean punch, especially when you consider the fact that he's had the same needle since 1964. He doesn't have a name, but it's better that way. He will be tasked with orchestrating the coup of the Texas Capitol, and, if successful, will be given his own private bathroom within the Capitol in which to beat his meat. Another member of the O'Rourke Rebellion will be Nikki, my former 7-Eleven co-worker, who has 19 facial piercing and a lesbian prison girlfriend with an affinity for Lil Jon. Every night after work, she heads to the Taco Bell Cantina, where she pours herself a Mountain Dew Baja Blast and smokes an entire tobacco backwood indoors. O'Rourke will utilize her skills by making her the front line in the fight against the Capitol. He will discover that constantly fueling her with boozy slushies makes her face puffy, which in turn causes her facial piercings to shoot out at unassuming Republican targets. And finally, O'Rourke's strongest ally at the Taco Bell Cantina is Bernie Sanders. That's right, folks. Bernie Sanders is the living embodiment of what it means to lose, but never really go away. Plus, he just likes hanging out on Guadalupe Street. He says he likes to feel close to the college students. Bernie will be tasked with the most important mission of all, to cut off Ted Cruz's head. Though he is old and brittle, he has more fiery rage inside of him than Cruz, who is filled only with butter. Bernie will slice off his head with a kitchen knife, and that's how Bernie could still win the 2016 presidential election. But enough about popular politics. The real war is going on in corporate America. Tech giant Amazon is favored to win a $10 billion contract with the Pentagon. But what does that mean for the country? Will Amazon lay out some lines of code and do some boring computer work for the military? No. We here at Next Week Now predict that Amazon is integrating their tech in a more novel way. Ladies and gentlemen, when Amazon builds their new headquarters smack dab in the middle of the Pentagon, the military-industrial complex will turn into a giant Echo Dot equipped with Alexa. This special Echo Dot will exclusively be controlled from the White House, and will feature special speakers that broadcast to every house in the country. Look out, America. There's going to be a lot more Ted Nugent in your life. Amazon is slated to program the Echo Pentagon with weapons capabilities. So, when the nuclear holocaust has destroyed the world, just know that it was caused by the phrase, "Alexa, launch the nukes." However, Amazon says there are still some glitches in the system, as the command, "Alexa, build that wall," just plays Despacito all across the country. But the main concern here is what will happen once the forgotten Trump son gets a hold of the Echo controls. No, not Eric. We're talking about the only Trump who hasn't learned how to lose money yet, Barron. Barron Trump is in the prime position to waste taxpayer money on blasting Pitbull and Sweet Logan Paul vids across the country. The control device for the Echo sits atop the president's desk, which we all know is used for beer pong with the other cool middle schoolers when dad's at Mar-a-Lago. Will Barron Trump become yet another entry in the viral video where kid talks to a smart assistant speaker and accidentally causes it to say something inappropriate genre? The Secret Service is expected to beef up security around the controls for the Echo Pentagon to prevent little Barron from learning new Fortnite dance moves or turning the country into a giant Roblox game. Our only hope is that one day Barron may find himself near the Echo and babble something that maybe, just maybe, uploads the P-tape to the cloud. Thank you, Amazon. And all this time I've been searching for the void. You managed to wrangle and bring it to my front door. When we come back, your traumas will become sentient, babies can now be Argonians, and some rapid-fire predictions. Now here's Davis Grant investigating Moody College's new UTNY program.